was a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quick completion to the right. On the move at the 30. All out of space. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after their catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Rush is on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The snap sets up the throw. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Davis will throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's DeMarco. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. The give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. They're going to go to the air on third and short. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this team.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're in defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the right. Finds his man open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Davis looking to pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it. Between the tackles, to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
The throw to the outside is complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the run, it's Morris. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tight end getting vertical. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making checks. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Going downfield for the big play. into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Davis will throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grab behind the line. It's Dickey. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Catch in the middle, it's Otis. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get 1st and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill, and making the tackle on 1st down.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Davis looking to pass. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. From the gun, running back on the move. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Makes the grab. It's Morris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got him downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Davis will throw. Makes the catch. It's DeMarco. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Moving out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Morris. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got a man. It's Morris. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. Crosses the 35. Turning it on! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Davis looking to pass. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Second down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes one. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Davis will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm.
Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Open space at the 25. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And what a... moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pulls it in. It's Adderley. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
The inside handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Dawson. They'll run the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Morris.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it, first down and more. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
To the air, it's Dawson. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both to trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race into the house.
area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They are up by just 1 over Stanford. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Davis looking to pass. Working that left side now. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adderley. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Davis will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Murphy. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Otis. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Dickey. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
With the catch, it's Adderley. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Davis looking to pass. They're setting up the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Back to throw, it's Dawson. Unloads it left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
It's caught downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's DeMarco. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Davis will throw. Fires left. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this field goal attempt to win the game. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this game will be decided right here with this kick. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. We'll get it started here in overtime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the 2 of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Davis looking to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Miami! And they're on top here in overtime.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Aggressive decision here to go for 2 and try to really put some heat on. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, Dave.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Fires to the tight end. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a two-point conversion. Looking for a man. It's Dawson. They got it! The two-point conversion, and it's a game winner!
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done, and the offense delivered.
Man, all this time, all the energy, all the effort to get to that one singular play. Offense versus defense for a two-point conversion, and the offense comes through with the win.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.